Hello, hello, hello. This is Shirley Ross, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and today we are finishing up on my Christmas in July 2024. This is layout number 5. And in this layout, I wanted to create a background with writing. I was inspired by this image. I thought that would be so cool to make a background out of. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is to come up here. This is what the layout looked like when it was finished and what the ladies put together. I am going to group that one, and then I'm going to slide it over here out of the way, but I can bring it back. So number 1 is I wanted to change this to a draw. So I'm going to click up here where it says basic cut and change it to pin. Now it will do an outline because this is a cut and not a handwritten, so you will have the outlines, but I thought that'd be really cool too if you so desired to color in some of the elements. That would have been awesome also. So I'm going to bring in a free shape, a square, and I'm going to size it to 11.5. And oh, I didn't mean to unlock it, sorry. I forgot. I do that a lot when I'm using, and then of course I needed to unlock it. Oops. All right. You didn't need to unlock it to begin with. Just keep it locked, type in 11.5, and it will proportionally become 11.5 by 11.5. Then you don't have to go through all the rigmarole I just went through. So I'm going to change it to white so that the writing will show up. All right, and I am going to move it to the back. So I'm going to arrange it, send it back, and that will put the letters on top. So I want to fill the whole page, and I don't want to have to. You could slice if you wanted to, but I am going to size it so that it will fit on the page across, and I want it to be 1/4 of an inch shorter on the width. So I'm going to make it 11.25. I didn't want the 4.5 to change. All right, that's a 1/4 of an inch. That's going to be a 1/16 of an inch. Now, if you want to make it the full 11.5 and have it go all the way across, that is totally up to you, which I think is what I did in the first one. So the next thing I want to make sure is that 3 of them will fit on there. So I'm going to duplicate it one time and see. So I think we are going to need to change it. I think 3.5. All right. I did not keep up with these when I was creating the first one, because I don't usually add these to my Design Space Friday, but I thought it would be really nice to do that now. Okay, we could even go a little bit more. So let us go to, let's try 3.6 on each of them. And that's why you can see how I design. I kind of play with things until I get them the way I want. You might even be able to go a little bit further. Yeah, let's go. I only take it up a little at a time so that I can adjust as I go along. And I'm sure if you're math-minded, you could divide the 3 and 11.5 by 3 and get the right one. I do it old school. And I think we can go just a little. Let's try by 7. think that might make it just the way we want. Once you get this part done, then it is pretty simple because we're just going to select and attach. I think that's it. So let's move this one up just a little. Move this one up just a little. And then move that one up. Let's see. I want them to look like there's no space between the two. All right. And I'm looking at the word jolly. That is the last word in all of them, and I kind of want them to space. That's good. So I'm going to select all of these, and I'm doing that by clicking on one, holding the shift key, click on the next one, and then I am going to, the first thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to weld them. Even though none of them are overlapping or anything like that, weld works with things not touching as well. Okay, so I'm waiting to have a weld result. There we go. And what I was talking about is over here. It says weld result. That means they are welded together, and then I'm going to select, this time I did it by drawing a box around the two items, the square and the words, and I'm going to line it by centering all of those. So now it is centered top to bottom and right to left. And then, as always, whenever you're going to write on something, you need to attach it. So it is attached. All right, and so all you have to do if you're making this for a double page layout is just duplicate it, and then you have your second page. So that was pretty quick and easy. Again, you could have just taken 11.5, divided it by 3, and then come up with the number that you needed instead of playing with it the way I did. All right, so the next thing I did was I found this, when I was looking at the title, I wanted it to be, this is just going to be Christmas photos. I thought it's really good in your Christmas album to have one page where you can put those odd photos that don't go with something special. So this is just Christmas photos. And I found this awesome title, and I really liked it. The problem I was having is it doesn't go with the colors that I have in my original. Our color scheme was green and red and white with some black. So I decided I wanted to make sure that I stayed with that. So what I did was I took the different parts of this title that I found, and I just changed the colors, as well as I took out some of the background. So I changed Christmas to black. So it's real simple. When something is grouped like this, is just hit the down arrow where you can see all the parts, click on the part you want to change, and we are going to change that to black. And you can see there's two colors of black. I'm just going to pick one. All right, and because of that, I don't want the black section, so I deleted that. All right, and then I didn't want it to be a bright green, and it doesn't matter. You don't have to actually change them in the here. You don't have to change it here. You can just put whatever paper you want on there, but to help you remember what colors you wanted them, sometimes it's best to go ahead and change it. So I'm going to change it to the brown because in my Christmas layouts, I don't mind adding what I consider craft colors. That looks good. And so then it's changed. Now, if you wanted to keep the black that I deleted, we're going to undo back to where I deleted the black layer. Because I used red and green. One more. I just didn't want it black because it kind of then hid the black Christmas. One more undo. There we go. So then if we click on, let's wait till it stops. Hope I didn't undo too far, but that's okay. I did. Okay, let's try that one again. All right, we're going to click on it, bring it down. change the Christmas to black. It never hurts to go over something twice. All right, then we're going to take and change the black. Let's change it to green. We're going to make it more of a Christmas green. And then let's change the bright green to the craft color. Now the green and the craft kind of, they don't stand out as much, so that could have been why I chose not to do all 3 layers. So there you go. I hope you have enjoyed the class today. Like I said, it was fairly quick and easy. The hardest part was just making sure you sized all of this. The other thing is, I will let you know, I used one of the glimmer shimmer pin Cricut pins, and it took, I made 10 of these, and it took 3.5 pens. So it does use up a lot of ink if you're going to do it for a big thing, but if you're just doing it for yourself, 1 pen should work. And try out some of the different colors. It doesn't have to be black. I did use the kind of grayish silver pen. It was beautiful. It shone really nice. So enjoy your rest of your day. This is Shirley Ross, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. I will see you again for the next Design Space Friday. Bye.